Hey guys, Lethal Wesley here, and today we're going to be playing RE3 or Resident Evil 3 for the first time on the channel. And the first video we're going to cover on this game is going to be the best ways to save ammo. It's always a big problem in Resident Evil, and it's one that I think we all enjoy, is the fact that ammo is scarce. You've got to use it well and you've got to use it wisely. So in this video I've got 5 tips and a little bonus one at the end on how to save ammo in the game. So with that being said, let's get into it with number 1. Now, obviously, that beginning clip was a bad clip on purpose, but the first thing I definitely think you do, and to be honest, I put it as number 1 because I do think this is the most important tip, is knowing your barrels in the game. Now, every time you're outside, there's usually a barrel that you can one-shot, like this barrel. If I open this right here, you can see it right there. That is the one-shot barrel for this area. Let's open the door again so you can see it. Yeah, so there's about 4, 5, 6 zombies in this area, and we need to try and crowd them round the barrel. You want to use your barrel well, basically. You don't want to have a wasted barrel. You want to get 4 or 5 zombies round the barrel and then use it so that it's going to blow and you're going to get maximum use out of that one barrel. So let's try and get this guy out as well. Getting back out of here could be a problem. Oh, beautiful dash that. Getting them all around can be a little bit tough at times, so let's see if we can get them all around. Oh, there you go, there's another one there. That makes a lot, that makes 5. It is hard, obviously using your dash is important in the game. Alright, we're going to get bit here. This, I don't really mind taking a bite really to get this done sometimes either. Sometimes that's worth it as well. So we hit that barrel there, and we're going to hit maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zombies in one barrel. Now that one bite for 5 zombies, sorry, is definitely a worthwhile trade. Let me just get my knife out. This guy doesn't look like he's roasted. Let's just make sure he's dead. He is. The rest of them look very much roasted. And that is number 1 on the list here, is knowing your barrels and then also using them well so that we can get the 5 kills just like that, without a single, with only 1 bullet being used. Now the second one I'm going to talk about, number 2 on the list here, is understanding the damage and heal system. I was actually going to have this as number 5, but seeing as I'm now in danger, I'm going to put it here at number 2. So basically, I've got 2 herbs mixed here together, not 3, just 2. And understanding the system is the best way of saving ammo, because you can then use damage instead of ammo in certain situations. Now what I mean by that is you could go ahead and take a bite instead of using a bullet in certain situations, and then go and heal yourself up if you're already damaged as it is. So I was on caution and now on danger, and basically what I'm saying here is heal up when you're on danger mainly. And you do not need to mix 3 herbs together, you can just mix the 2. If we go ahead and use this now, it's going to take us back to fine. Don't mix a 3rd green herb in there, that is just overusing the herbs. Obviously you want to mix them with reds if you find reds. But yeah, that's a very important one I would say, is knowing your heals and using your heals well, instead of just using them when you're on caution. That's going to be a waste. You're going to run out of heals, which means you're going to have to use more bullets because you can't afford to take the bites. And that's number 2 on the list, is using and knowing your heals well. Now, for number 3 on the list, we have use your dash well, plus avoid where possible. Now, basically, on this game, you can use R1 to dash all over the place, dash left, dash right, as you can see in the clips here. You can get perfect dashes where you'll roll under a zombie's arms and things like that. And learning when to use these dashes is basically, I would say, one of the main things in saving ammo. You're coming up against a zombie in a corridor, you can actually dash past that zombie, left or right, if even in tight spaces, if you learn how to use the dash well. Now the main thing I would say about it is you can usually just dash around an enemy if the corridor's big enough, or you can just run around them if you're in a road and things like that and there's only 1 or 2 there. It's not very hard at all, but where it does become tricky is when it's a tighter corridor. So what you need to do in those situations, as you can see I do get some perfect lunges in the gameplay here, is you want to wait for them to lunge first. That is basically the key. If you press dash first and they haven't lunged for you, then you are definitely going to get bitten in those tight situations. You need to wait for them to lunge first. That is where obviously they start moving fast, running towards you, and that is when you want to press the dash button to get underneath them. So learning how to dash well, I'm definitely not a pro at it yet, I'm still learning, obviously the game is brand new, but that is definitely a key to saving a lot of ammo. And it's also a really good skill in the game to have so that you can maneuver around in tight situations when you need to. Now the next category is going to be called All Things Knife. Now basically I've called it that because I'm talking about any time you can use your knife instead of bullets is obviously a massive bonus. Now some examples of this are when you down an enemy and you think they're dead, say you've hit them in the head 3 or 4 times, always go and test them with the knife, and a lot of the times they'll get back up, but you can usually stab and kill them before they even get back up with the knife. Then be careful, because in this game they can grab you halfway up, which is a new animation that wasn't in the previous Resident Evil remastered or remake even. And another way of obviously doing it is shooting your enemies in the leg until you blow one of their legs off, and then from then on usually it's a very controlled situation where you can just stab them over and over. But even when you do stab them and they're crawling, you want to give them one extra stab to make sure they are out for the count. So anytime you can use your knife for any situation, obviously opening boxes and things like that as well, it's a massive bonus. Don't use bullets, use your knife and save yourself plenty of ammo. Now the last point would be just to check bodies as you're going round. I mean the bodies that are already dead, well, that we think are dead, go up to them, give them a little stab, and if they are going to like jump scare you at some point, they will move then, and you can finish them off early, which is always a nice thing to do with the knife, getting that early easy kill and not getting jump scared later down the line. So guys, this is going to be number 5, and it's something I've called doorway cheese. Now this is something quite risky at times. You can get bit if you're trying to just kill them with your knife, but it is good for saving bullets if you want to get headshots on zombies that don't recognize you. Obviously, because this is an invisible barrier to the zombies, we can go ahead and shoot them, and they're going to be like, this one's not moving at all, so we can get the clean headshot easily on a zombie like that. And as well, another option is getting your knife out here and letting them move towards the doorway, but do not let them lunge. I've not had a single zombie lunge in this area and miss me. Once they lunge here, they will grab you from the other side of the door. So you want to kind of like cheese them in here, and then you can stab them. It is a way of getting knife kills without using a single bullet, but it's going to take you a long time to do so. In desperate situations, I suggest obviously it'd be a good option to use. You can see they come close sometimes. You can get those free stabs off and it'll just push them out the door and they won't do nothing. It's very cheesy, not really something I'm going to use myself because I just don't believe it's a good way of playing the game or a fun way of playing the game. But if you are desperate and out of bullets, you can use the doorway cheese, and it's going to be able to get you knife kills without using a single bullet whatsoever. And that's number 5. And number 6 on the list, the last one I had on here, just because I thought, why not? It's a good one to have on here. Something we should all be using, especially if we are someone who's trying to save bullets, is loading. Loading the game. For example there, I just missed a shot. Say I was trying to kill these zombies here. I had 1, 2, 3 bad shots. Why not just load your last save if it's close enough? Then you can get those shots back. And next time, hopefully, you'll be able to hit the shots. And then you save yourself the bullets. Same goes for if you're trying to dodge zombies to get to a barrel or get them round the barrel. You get bit a few times. Load the game. And you can go back and try again and try and do things better the second time round. Again, not really something that's, you know, very good with the way the game works. It's, you are going to be able to save ammo this way 100%. But if you're desperate to save ammo again, that is definitely a good way of doing it. Oh, got a bit here. I'm going to end the video here now anyway, guys. That is my 5 tips, plus a little bonus tip, which is just load the game if you need to. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Any tips you have, leave them in the comment section down below for other people to read on how to save ammo. If you liked the video, like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching as always, and take it easy.